What's up, everybody? Some history being made today. As if Cardinal fans, Cardinal Nation needed yet another reason to cheer for, celebrate, love, and honor Yadier Molina. Today, Yadi will become the first Major League Baseball catcher to ever catch 2,000 games with the same team. Now, Yadi has played more than 2,000 games because he has some at first base, DH, even one at third base. But this is 2,000 games at catcher with the same team, the first player to ever do that. And isn't it fitting that Adam Wainwright will be the pitcher for this game? The two old buddies, Waino throwing to Yadi. We're going to talk a lot about Yadi here, but first let's hear from his manager on this feat.
The way I put records like that into context, and I do that with like when Cal, always followed Cal's streak, is you start to put that into context of how many years that is of playing. Like if you were to play, in his case, in Cal's case, every day, in Yadi's case, most every day, which is even more impressive. I don't know which one's more impressive because they're both amazing feats, but you put 2,000 games into a context of 162 game regular season, and you say, okay, if you caught every single game, how many years would that be? And you go, whoa, that's amazing. And especially when you see the evolution of the game, managing the big leagues, you start to appreciate the longer season, the extra month relative to, a minor league season clearly. And then you start to factor in the playoffs, which clearly Yadi's been a part of, and the amount of physical and mental and emotional energy that's spent every day to compete in a major league game singularly. And then you look up that and you realize that he plays in a position that takes a lot of, physical traumas almost nightly. And I see him take foul tips, and it's like, he just shakes it off like it didn't happen. His pain tolerance is almost subhuman. So, and it also speaks to anything that has longevity behind it, speaks to performance. I mean, let's don't kid ourselves. This is a performance-driven game. The more you have performance, the more you get benefit of the doubt. But this guy's been a high performer on multiple parts of the baseball, defensively, offensively. And so you got to perform at a high level to get to that mark. So there's a lot of different factors into that in and of itself are impressive, but collectively are very, when you think about it in these terms, rarefied air.
Rarefied air, to be sure. All right, I'm looking at Yadier Molina's baseball reference page because I think milestones like the one he's about to hit, 2,000 games caught with the same team, the first catcher to ever accomplish that feat. We're talking about a game in baseball that's been played for about 150 years. Whenever you can be the first to do anything, that is amazing. Yadier Molina, in his 18th big league season, of course, all with the St. Louis Cardinals. And we have the debate locally all the time about Yadier Molina. Is he a Hall of Famer? People in St. Louis say absolutely first ballot. I do think at this point there's not going to be a lot of debate about whether Yadier Molina is a Hall of Famer. Now, first ballot, that could be a different story. But I also believe that you have to watch Yadier Molina game in, game out, year in, year out to appreciate how valuable he is to the St. Louis Cardinals and really how great of a baseball player he is. So again, milestones like this matter when you don't have overwhelming offensive numbers. But still, I'm sitting here looking at Yadier Molina's baseball reference page, and he's going to end up accumulating some pretty good numbers. And I got to think Yadi knows this. And when you look at some of these stats where you're over 2,000 games played, okay, he's already over 2,000 career hits, 383 career doubles. You got to think he gets to 400 career doubles. That's a nice round number. He's at 162 homers, Could he get to 200? That would probably be a stretch. Has to play another couple seasons, you would think. But 940 RBIs. For Yadier Molina, with all of the defensive greatness, if he can end his career, and I know it doesn't really matter, but some of these nice round numbers in terms of the counting stats, they just look so much better for your Hall candidacy in the back of your baseball card. So if Yadier Molina can have over 2,000 games, check. Over 2,000 hits, check. 400 doubles, I believe that will happen. 200 homers, maybe he gets close. But 1,000 RBIs, he's 60 away. And then when you look at his slash line, a 282 career batting average for a guy who's a catcher is pretty dang good. OBP 333, slugging 405. His OPS plus career right now is 98, so he's right there at about league average for his entire career. But again, we're talking about the most demanding defensive position on the diamond. And then you start to look at some of the other awards and honors that look really good for a Cooperstown resume. 9 All-Star games. He could get another one. That could be 10. 9 Gold Glove awards. He got the Silver Slugger back in 2013. And the fact that Yadier Molina, not just with St. Louis, but by people that know baseball, he is synonymous with winning. And this Cardinals team that's won 2 championships, go back to 2006 and 2011. I understand those championship teams, a lot of people will think Albert Pujols. But the fact that Albert Pujols played the first half of his career in St. Louis and the second half with the Angels, for people that really know the Cardinals, obviously it's about Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright. And those two guys have been the two constants for the better part of 2 decades, at least 15 years. So when you think about this era of Cardinals baseball, which is going to go down as one of the most successful eras we've ever seen, and that's saying a lot when you think about how great the history of the St. Louis Cardinals is, going back to Whitey Ball and, of course, the 60s and way before that with the Gas House Gang. But a team that is pretty much in the postseason almost every single year for a couple decades, or most years. You think about Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright when you think about these Cardinal teams. And on a personal note, I'm looking at Yadier Molina's baseball reference page. Born July 13th, 1982. I was born May 28th, 1982. So Yadier Molina is about a month and a half younger than I am. For a guy like that, at almost 39 years old, to still be out there, still contributing, still hitting, and adding to this amazing legacy is really, really impressive. And does it get any better for Cardinal fans when his old buddy, Adam Wainwright, will be pitching to him? Just another one of these great moments between Yadi and Waino and the St. Louis Cardinals, like last year with the complete game, with the masks during COVID. It seems like almost every month there's another milestone and another great memory or snapshot for Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright. This one about Yadi, 2,000 games caught with the same team. Baseball history about to be made at Busch Stadium.